Responding to Caulifla's question, Gohan says that yes, he is Goku's son and he was the one in the Tournament of Power. Caulifla wants to fight him. She wants to fight him now. She's fought many people at this point. She wants to fight Goku's son, but Chi-Chi says no, no fighting. And then Caulifla turns to Chi-Chi and says, I'm sorry, but this is a decision between me and Gohan. And that is when Caulifla regretted her life decision that day.
Prepare yourself, Dan Saiyan.
What is up, Black Squad? Blackscape here, and today we have the continuation of the Goku trained Caulifla Dragon Ball fan manga. I'm gonna leave a link to the entire fan manga playlist in the description below in the top comment. Make sure you go ahead and check it out if you are not caught up to this chapter, the one we are at today. But last we left off, Caulifla was in the middle of stopping Broly from killing one of Frieza's henchmen, a henchman that recently just shot Ba, pushing Broly into Berserk and shocking Caulifla to Broly's power. If it wasn't for Goku at the last second, Caulifla would have been dead. Caulifla shakes on the ground after seeing her life flash before her eyes as Goku uses Keybind, a much more powerful version than the one he used in DBS Broly, to completely immobilize Broly and calm him down. Goku asks Broly if this is the man that hurt Ba, and just a look on Broly's face confirms it. Goku then explains that Ba is not going to die. With one Senzu Bean, he will be healed. You must have been really upset that Ba got hurt or injured and didn't know how to process those feelings. Listen, the Senzu Bean will heal him and I will leave it to you so you can go ahead and feed it to him and Ba will be much better, Goku explains. And now Goku changes his tone. He says, so calm down. If you go wild, it is going to be far more dangerous to Ba and the entire planet, including Chilai. Instead, if you just calm down right now, relax, think things through. So Goku at this point is trying to train Broly to calm himself, but it doesn't seem like Goku has spent much time on planet Vampa, so Broly doesn't know how to process these feelings yet, and he has not controlled Berserker as of yet. He's almost lost it a few times already in the sparring match with Caulifla, facing off against this Frieza trooper. So yeah, he's got a long way to go when it comes to emotional maturity. Broly doesn't calm down yet, so Goku then threatens him. Listen, I have a tool that allows Caulifla and Kale to fuse together into a mighty warrior. If that wasn't enough to take care of you at that point, which I have a feeling that it may, me and Vegeta both know how to go into fusion on our own, and that warrior can take care of you. You can't win this fight. I was really hoping you were better at using this, but I haven't spent much time here on Vampa. That was my mistake. And with these words, Broly goes back to base. And so does Goku. Oh good, he's calmed down. Hey Caulifla, do you want to go back to Vegeta's? Yeah, let me take a break. I need one. Broly then apologizes to Caulifla, saying when I'm angry, I put everyone in danger. And I'm sorry for that. This was just a big misunderstanding. Caulifla goes, yes, misunderstanding. I knew in advance that you could go wild before I made the arrangements to come here. If Goku hadn't saved me, then I would have been dead meat, but I was also prepared for that too. So there's no need to apologize. I'm not such a small woman, you see. I can even handle Kale under the right circumstances. I'm sure you can handle Kale under the right circumstances, you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Caulifla then suggests that that man could possibly be here because of Broly and Chilai. Just from his aura alone and his demeanor, she can tell that he's not a good guy, so they could be in trouble. Broly then says some dark shit and says, don't worry, we won't let that man report back to Frieza, because if Frieza finds out what happened, he will destroy this planet. So what are they going to do with this guy, huh? What are they going to do with this guy? Broly asks Goku if he's going home, and Goku says, yes, we got to go back to planet Earth. But once I am done training Caulifla, once her session is completely over, I will return here immediately to train you to be able to gain control of your consciousness while in the Akari state, so that way you don't go berserk and destroy or hurt anyone that you love. Chile asks Goku next time he comes, make sure to bring a souvenir, and Caulifla and Kale say goodbye to Broly, making sure that he knows that they are rooting for him to gain control of his powers. As the squad leaves planet Vampa, Lemo says that I think it's a good thing for Broly to have more exposure to Saiyans such as himself. It's going to be good for him and good for his journey. As Broly looks on in the distance and the team arrives back on Kami's lookout. Piccolo, concerned over Caulifla's well-being, says, wait, she's in tatters, she's bruised and tore up all over. Goku, was it as dangerous as I originally told you it was going to be? And Goku laughs it off, said it was a little dangerous, but she could handle herself. She did just fine. Because if you guys remember, Piccolo was the one that told Goku, don't bring Caulifla to Broly because Broly is not ready to fight anybody else until he gets control of his powers. I guess Piccolo was right. Then Dave rushes to Caulifla's wounds, and Goku's surprised that it's already nighttime on planet Earth, and Piccolo reminds him that, remember, Whis is coming tomorrow to get Caulifla, so it's best for her to stay here tonight along with Kale. Vegeta begins to leave. He's heading back home, but he will tell Bulma to prepare a meal for Whis in the morning. And that's when Kava asks Vegeta for a sleepover, essentially. He asks if it's okay for him to go back to Capsule Corp to stay with Vegeta for the night, Vegeta and Bulma, and Vegeta says, do what you want, I don't care. Goku begins to head out too because Chi-Chi's making a meal and he doesn't want to be late for it. Piccolo says that he's going to give him a message when Whis is there in the morning so he can say goodbye, as Goku turns around and asks them what they want to do. They want to stay here on Kami's lookout, is that going to be okay with them? Caulifla blurts it out, I want to stay at your house, leaving Goku in a little bit of a shock. He says that he doesn't really care, but he's gotta ask Chi-Chi because he doesn't know if she will, which Goku knows his wife, or at least knows how it's like to be married. As Kale and Caulifla fly in the direction of Goku's house, Kale asks Caulifla, why do you want to stay at Goku's house? The most obvious question. Caulifla says it's simple. She's come to the 7th universe, she's gone to Otherworld, she's gone to the gravitational chamber, she's been to the house of Vegeta, she's been all over this universe, but she's never been to Goku's house. So a man that is this powerful, that is this honored and this prestigious in Universe 7 must be holding some secrets to his power at his home. And that's the reason that Caulifla wants to go. She wants to get one last training session in before she goes back. I know y'all thinking, it's not that kind of training session. At least I don't think so. Kale seems a little bit unsure as to her logic because she doesn't think that there's much going on at Goku's house. Caulifla says, I have a great intuition about this, and I know that there's something there that's special that gives Goku all his power. But when she arrives, she is not impressed, and she says, this looks like just any ordinary house. We should have just stayed with Piccolo then. They then hear through the door Chi-Chi talking, and they hear Chi-Chi say, if you're going to invite guests, make sure to let her know ahead of time. Especially if they're from Universe 6 and Universe 7, she would have made a better meal. And when she opens the door and sees Caulifla and Kale, she realizes that they're Saiyans and says, oh, and they're Saiyans too? I don't know if I have enough food. Kale greets Chi-Chi, but both of them are thinking in their head, so this is Goku's wife. Real interesting power play here happening within females that I like to see in my mangas, especially when it comes to the family members like Chi-Chi and Bulma. I like seeing that realistic female tension between them. It's just basically, oh, so this is Goku's wife kind of thing, like being a little catty, which I like. I like that this is realistic in that way. Chi-Chi then says, oh, this is the first time that I ever met a female Saiyan before. And Caulifla completely ignores Chi-Chi and says, wait, weren't you in the Tournament of Power? Gohan says, that's right. My name is Gohan. I am Goku's son. Goku's son, huh? Well, I've seen your moves in the Tournament of Power and I'm impressed. What do you say to a little sparring match? There will be no fighting, says Chi-Chi as all the Saiyans look right at her. Excuse me, this is between me and Gohan to decide, not you. Wrong answer. No, it's Chi-Chi who decides. You guys are guests here and Gohan only came home to pick up some stuff and eat some dinner. And after that, go home. That is it. Nothing else, no fighting. And above all else, you're filthy, covered in dirt, and smelly. Well, I guess that makes sense if you were training with Goku all day. Chi-Chi then turns to Goku and says, Goku, I don't have enough food for everyone, can you please go catch us a fish so that way we can remedy that situation? And Goku leaves on the dot, asking no questions. And then Chi-Chi says, in the meantime, you're going to take a bath. I just love how Caulifla thinks that, you know, she had the upper hand here, like she was top shit, she was top dog, and she is the top female in this story. And Chi-Chi within like 2 panels is like, no, I tell these dudes what to do, I'm telling you what to do. This is my house, you're my guest, I make the rules. I like that. I like this realistic depiction of Chi-Chi. And again, that tension from earlier, it's completely gone now, because now we know who's in charge here, and it's obviously Chi-Chi, so Caulifla is just gonna go along with it. Caulifla relaxes in the bathtub, taking it all in and realizing that this is good for her joints and her muscles, as Chi-Chi confirms that and says, I used to do a little bit of martial arts fighting in the past, and fighting and training is important, but letting your body and your soul rest is equally as important for growth. Caulifla shocked says, wait, you were a warrior? Chi-Chi says, no, not a big one, no, but us Earthlings have a thing called a World Martial Arts Tournament, and I used to participate in those. What is a World Martial Arts Tournament? Well, that's the place that me and Goku got married. I think she means after, but you know, it's the same thing. Really? So did you guys have like a couple's quarrel and that's why you had to fight at the martial arts tournament or something? Chi-Chi says, no, it wasn't a quarrel. It was just a competition on who was the best fighter, but something about Goku made her want to marry him that day, and when she wants something, she gets it. In the World Martial Arts Tournament, it was only magic between us, says Chi-Chi. This is why we fell in love. This is why I fell in love with him. While Caulifla tries to imagine a Super Saiyan Goku with Chi-Chi at the time of the World Martial Arts Tournament, because she doesn't really know when he actually got Super Saiyan, doesn't know the timeline at this moment in this manga. And Chi-Chi finishes it off with, we've been happily married ever since. Honestly, all this is very strange. I don't know really anything about Goku whatsoever besides the fact that he is a warrior. And today, for the first time, I've experienced the world he's walked in. I've experienced his entire life being his apprentice. We're both the same Saiyans, but he is different than me and Kale. He is made different. He has lived a different life. He is different from anybody. Even more different than Vegeta. He is always calm, always collect. There isn't an ounce of anger or hatred in this man. So I think it must be the planet, the environment of Earth, the houses, nature, everything on this planet has affected Goku in this way. And he's different than Vegeta and Piccolo because he has people in his life like you, like Gohan. You and Goku make good partners. That's all I'm saying. Why are you looking at me that way? Goku is just my husband. I don't see him in any other way besides that. Well, he's a better man than any other guy, but I have no interest in him whatsoever. Goku interrupts this sort of awkward and heartwarming conversation by saying the fish is done, which pulls Chi-Chi away from the bath and leaves Caulifla laying there with her thoughts, thinking about how she still hasn't scratched the surface on Goku. And there you have it, guys. Caulifla has no interest in Goku now. She boasted him up for about 3 different pages, and it was all positive stuff about Goku and how much she admires him. But I think there is a little bit more to dive into here. So basically, she admires him because of everything he's accomplished, the person he is, and the fact that he is so calm, collected, and there's nobody else like him in the universes. But at the same time, I think that she sees him 100% as more of a master and nothing more. I don't think she's blind to the fact that she is a female Saiyan, he's a male Saiyan. And at the same time, she isn't blind to the fact that she is sort of intruding here by being an apprentice to Goku in Chi-Chi's life, in Chi-Chi's family, in Chi-Chi's house. And Chi-Chi could have some jealousy with that, and that shows a little bit with the awkwardness and the tension that they had earlier in their earlier conversations, where Caulifla was completely blowing Chi-Chi off. But after a little conversation, after, deep meditation, I think Caulifla also understands that Chi-Chi is part of what makes Goku great. So she would never want to meddle in that. She would never want to jump in that and home wreck or let her feelings get away from her, because I could see, at least this iteration of Caulifla, that she may have some interest in Goku in that way, or she could let her feelings run off in that way. But again, she wants to keep it professional, she wants to keep him as a master, and she wants to keep him the way he is. And with Chi-Chi. That's his rock, essentially. That's his rock in this, and she sees how important Chi-Chi is. And so definitely great ending to these last chapters. I love that we finally got this sort of conversation that we've all been talking about. Obviously, I've made videos, other Dragon Ball fan manga in the past that explain different things or tell the story different or have Chi-Chi and Caulifla kind of talking. And you know, Chi-Chi kind of always acts the same with Caulifla. She's much older, so she kind of like bosses her around or whatever, or becomes dominant with her. But I like this one because it's more of like a mutual understanding kind of thing, and they both know their place, their roles, and where they fit in Goku's life. And that's basically all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video, watching up to this point to see exactly how it ended, how the title fit with the video, and everything that went along with it. Thank you so much for everything, guys. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.